Hey everyone, welcome to the Roadmap, Benzinga's NFT show, or should I say digital collectible show. We'll tell you what that means later on today's episode. We got a good one though. We're going to be talking about Reddit, right? Reddit NFTs, digital collectibles, whatever you want to call them. They are hot and they are bringing new eyes into the market of Web3. What does that mean now? And what could that mean for the future? We'll also be talking about which NFTs were the top performing of last week and also take a look at some of the top news in the NFT sector. Don't go anywhere. This is the Roadmap. All right, everyone, as you heard me say, this is the Roadmap. Benzinga's NFT show. Super excited about today's episode. Before we get into today's episode, I am also excited to tell you once again, Benzinga's Future of Crypto, December 7th in New York City is happening. Benzinga, a leader in the event space, we are branching out into the crypto and NFT category. And we have some heavy hitters joining us there. Click on that link right now in the YouTube chat and you can get 20% off your tickets. Ticket prices did go up on Friday, as I warned everyone, but still a great value for everything that will be happening there. Before I dive into more on the event, though, I think it's time to welcome on my co-host and producer, Alyssa. What's going on, Alyssa?
Ready to talk about digital collectibles.
Digital collectibles. Well, so Alyssa, Benzinga Future of Crypto. I got the behind the scenes hookup, right? Because I know all these speakers. I know everything that's coming. We've had some recent announcements, though, that I want to make sure everyone knows about. So we have this cool panel happening at the event called Ape Talk that's going to feature several Bored Ape holders. And one of them is Hunter Orel, who is a former guest right here on the Roadmap. And check out that sweet, sweet picture of Hunter with his Bored Ape and the Future of Crypto banner going by there. Shout out to our team for putting together that graphic. And then, also, Alyssa, we announced recently that Luca, the CEO of Pudgy Penguins, right? He bought Pudgy Penguins for a lot of money, right? And he's turning it around. He's got this whole plan, right? And he was on the Roadmap before. He told us all about it. He is going to be a speaker at the Future of Crypto as well. And also, Alyssa, I think anyone who wants to hear from Luca, is there a chance that maybe tomorrow they could hear Luca speaking?
Tomorrow we will be hosting a Twitter space right on, at Benzinga, right here. We're gonna host a Twitter space with Luca and our boy Joey Moose.
Joey Moose. I am my penguin. My penguin is me.
They're all gonna be there tomorrow on Twitter, Benzinga's Twitter at 2 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, don't miss out, everyone. We're going to have a fun time, right?
Yeah.
Me and Alyssa and Logan are going to be talking to Luca, talking to Joey. We're going to be diving into Pudgy Penguins, hearing from Luca. What is he excited about speaking at our event? Who else is he excited to hear from at our event? And maybe, I don't know, maybe we can get some alpha out of him, or maybe he'll tell us he's going to drop alpha at the event. I don't know. I mean, we're always hoping, but
yeah.
So we'll see. And I mean, Joey, last we talked to Joey, Alyssa, dude got married. Like he's got a ton to share with us. So I'm excited to talk to Joey as well. And I'm sure we'll have some other penguin holders in the chat who are more than welcome to come up and speak and ask questions as well. So don't miss out, 2 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow to hear from Luca and Joey and talk about our event and all things Pudgy Penguins. So excited.
Yes.
Alyssa, also excited to talk about a huge thing that is happening right now in the NFT space. And this one comes with a little bit of an asterisk, right? Because Reddit, if you don't know Reddit, I don't know what to tell you, but it is a social news platform, similar to social media, but more of a message board style, right? Sub community. You may have heard of some subreddits during the stock market craze of last year. When all stocks go up was happening. We, of course, had Wall Street bets in the news a lot, right? Talking about stocks. Well, Alyssa, I dug through the archives to write my article today. And our first article that kind of talked about Reddit NFTs was back in October of 2021. It wasn't written by me, but a fellow Benzinga employee said that Reddit was looking to hire some Web3 employees on some job postings. So normally, if you're hiring someone to do something with Web3, that means you're looking to do Web3 stuff, right? So here you have it, this article from Sammy talking about an NFT platform. And then sure enough, in July of this year, Reddit launched what they call digital collectible avatars. These are based on their alien avatar mascot character. And they airdropped quite a few NFTs to some of the most active commenters and people on Reddit. And then they also sold some of these avatars. And I mean, Alyssa, let's talk about adoption here. They sold them for like $10 to $100, right? These weren't like, NFT mints happening for, $200 to $1,000, right? With gas wars, with, extra fees. These were use your credit card, pay with Stripe, whatever country you're in, pay with US dollars or your local currency. You don't have to have crypto. You don't have to have a crypto wallet. You just buy the avatar. And then it's on Polygon blockchain. So they are on OpenSea and elsewhere. You can now buy, sell, and trade them. And they are absolutely blowing up. So I want to get into the article a little bit. And then, Alyssa, we're going to break down piece by piece here. So let's see. So their quote on their help page is, collectible avatars are limited edition avatars from Reddit that provide owners with unique benefits on the Reddit platform. Several creators worked with Reddit to produce groups of collectible avatars. They are stored in vaults on Reddit and can be bought, sold, or traded in similar fashion to NFTs. You get to use your collectible avatar while posting and commenting on Reddit. You can also mix and match other avatar gear to customize your collectible avatar to make it stand out. Now, here's the big numbers, right? So they have 2.8 million, according to data from Dune Analytics, and Reddit also said 3 million people wallets were created. It's called a vault on Reddit. The other interesting fact I saw, Alyssa, was that Alexis Ohanian, the co-founder of Reddit, actually said that back in 2009, he actually talked about making an avatar launch program that would create stuff like this. So he kind of had that idea years ago, and now here it is. So, Alyssa, what are your initial thoughts when you hear Reddit NFTs?
My initial thoughts. Well, let me try to go back to like yesterday when it first started blowing up, because like I actually did not keep up with Reddit and their NFTs at all. So this was like
same.
Yeah, it was just like, what's going on? So I tried to like look at all the Twitter threads and all that, and it was just like, it's expected. I know, because like Alexis is into NFTs. Reddit itself, I know, like that article back then, I knew they were looking into it, but I didn't keep up with it. And it was kind of on my part, because like we could have like been in something.
Yeah, Alyssa, this makes me a little sad and mad that I was not active on Reddit
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
as a poster too, because some people got free NFTs and like these are selling for like $500 to $1,000, some more than that, depending on the collection. And I mean, the other thing is they're probably going to have another collection launched. And now now one of the big questions, right, is can this hype, can this activity, can this sales volume levels keep going? It's kind of creating a mini bear or a mini bull market
Yeah.
inside of NFTs. And the best part is some of these owners don't even know they're NFTs. Like that's the biggest thing and my biggest takeaway, right? For listeners and viewers right now is like I can't underestimate and underscore how big this is that 3 million wallets were created and some of those people have never owned an NFT in their life.
Do you think it's smart on their part to call it digital collectibles versus NFTs?
I think 1,000%. And
Yes.
Alyssa, I have seen a ton of posts, a ton of threads, right, about there's going to be NFTs in the future, but maybe we need a different term to call them because NFTs have kind of gotten like this, like, mentality. And like they're associated with rug pulls, PFPs, right?
Yeah.
There is a ton of utility in NFTs that's going to carry on for years, for decades, right? And that's what these digital collectibles, I think, are, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you spend a ton of time on Reddit, you want an avatar picture. You want a unique avatar. You want something people know you by. It's similar to a username, right?
Yes.
You have a unique username that no one else has. They know you by that. The more you post, right? Same with Twitter. You have an identity on Twitter. You have a username. You also have a profile picture. And that is what some people use their NFTs for, right? Is their profile picture on Twitter. They become known as that, right? I mean, we've had guests on before where everyone knows them by their PFP, right? They don't know them by like their real life photo. I mean, I can think of a couple examples, and that doesn't mean like, anything bad. It just, that's how they are known inside the Web3 community. And
Yeah.
I like the use of a different name. I don't know if digital collectibles is like the one I would stick with for the next 5 years, but I think it is a great thing to start to get away from NFTs. I really do. What about you, Alyssa? Like you hear digital collectible, like does that make you think of NFTs or does it make you think more of like the gaming side? It almost sounds like a gaming term, something you would, have there.
Yeah. I think it's like the best of both worlds, in my opinion. Like when I hear digital collectibles, since I was already in NFTs, it linked in my brain pretty freaking fast. Okay, and then like coming at it, if you were like someone who wasn't in NFTs at all and they hear digital collectibles, it's just a digital collectible. That's exactly what it is. And you who doesn't want to collect things, especially if it's given to you for free? If you spend so much time on, Reddit or wherever, I just really like it. And it's user friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Alyssa, you brought up a good point there, right? That these people who have them, who got them, airdropped or bought them, they might not even know it's an NFT.
Yeah.
And I feel like Reddit has kind of been reluctant to not Reddit, but Reddit users have kind of hated on NFTs for a while, right? And like Reddit communities like to hate on lots of things. And there was a ton of hate on NFTs, on altcoins, and now here they are with NFTs. So the question is, are they going to, come around and love NFTs, or is this going to be a one-time event, right? Do they only like this NFT, right? Like, are they going to be loyal to just Reddit collectibles, not to others? Or the other thing, right, Alyssa, some of them got these airdropped. Let's say it was worth $1,000. They sell it. What do they do with that money now? Do they just, use it for whatever? Or are they hooked, right? Like so many of us were, that you can buy an NFT and sell it. and go buy more NFTs, right?
I think it just depends on the person. I can see a lot of people selling it, getting that 1,000 or whatever, and like going and buying some McDonald's or going and buying a new game.
$1,000 at McDonald's, Alyssa.
No. I'm just saying, like, they go out and they're gonna go grab. They're using that money.
They treat themselves.
They're gonna treat themselves, maybe, or they reinvest it, buy more NFTs, or I don't know, do whatever, pay their house payment. It's user based. Still, I mean,
that's a great point.
Yeah. Yeah.
This reminds me, and I hate to always bring it back to this, right? Because we always talk about it. It reminds me so much of NBA Top Shot. NBA Top Shot brought so many people into the NFT space. And the way it did it was by having something that people already knew, right? NBA video clips. Before there was NFTs, you could find video clips on YouTube, on the NBA website, on ESPN, other places, right? And you could watch them over and over. Then all of a sudden it was, you can own this video moment. It connected sports fans with NFTs. They were easy to use, right? Like we said with these, you could use a credit card, you could use a debit card. You didn't have to have cryptocurrency. You didn't have to have a wallet. The site was super easy, super friendly to use. Like, that's what onboards people to the space, right? Yeah. And we kind of thought that was going to happen a little bit with Coinbase, right? Because Coinbase, so many users already had wallets, and when they launched that NFT marketplace, you know, the thought process, and I was a full believer that they were going to onboard a ton of people, right? Because they were going to have an easy to use platform. They were going to have people who already had wallets. Like, if you can make things easy and connect with people, that's what gets people into new spaces. People don't love trying new things, right?
No.
But if they can make money, if their friends are doing it, if people are talking about it, I mean, we're talking about it right now, like, that's what gets people involved. And it looks like we have a comment here. I'm from Twitter NFT space and bought a round of Gen 1 NFTs last night. Now sitting in 112 avatars that were bought under 0.5 ETH. You know, Alyssa, I looked earlier at some avatars. I didn't buy any.
Yeah.
And here, I'm already up 2x, going 3x. Like, I should have bought some yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, full on. And I had a feeling, right, that was going to happen, but I needed to do some more research, which I did today. And, you know, now the question is, you know, what's next? And I think we're only beginning with these, because I'm still seeing major media companies start to talk about them. Mm-hmm. And it looks like you've got the Dune analytics pulled up here. I mean, look at those. Look at, like, on the left there. Like, look at that chart. Like, that is insane. 2.8 million people. Like, it's just crazy. And, like, these are... And on OpenSea, when I did my article, Alyssa, like 4 out of the top 10 by 24-hour sales volume on OpenSea were Reddit collectible avatar collections. Mm-hmm. Like, that is crazy. We are talking some massive numbers. Let me see what else in my article before we get to some of these Twitter threads, because I want to break down what other people are saying. I always like other opinions. Yes. Yeah, so the top 4 on OpenSea, which we can bring up OpenSea later. Spooky Season, 0.38 floor. It's probably higher than that now. Faustlings, 1.65 ETH. The Senses, 1.7. And Spooky Season, a different artist, 0.57. $6.4 million in sales volume. 2.4 million in the last 24 hours. More than 23,000 sales. And also the price of Polygon is up 6% for the week, possibly thanks to these new collections. So, So, Chris, in the chat, my question would be, have you sold any, right? So you are up 2x, going 3x. Have you taken any profits? Or are you just, I mean, diamond handing these for forever? Not financial advice. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm just curious. Because I think I know what I would have done, but that's
what
just
would
me.
What would you have done?
I would have sold some.
Like,
I would have taken. not half. I mean, if you're up 2x, you could sell half and be sitting pretty. I probably, if I had 112, like our viewer here, I probably would have sold 20 or 25 at 2x.
I would, my hands would be itching the whole time. Like I would want to sell, but at the same time, my brain would be like, hold it.
Yeah.
I have a really bad
It's
problem
tough.
with holding.
It's tough. But also I look at my OpenSea, Alyssa, and I see so many that I didn't sell that I should have.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that.
So I feel like I've learned.
Yeah.
And it looks like made some money. Yeah. So
let's go.
Yeah. We're all for that.
Yes.
All right, Alyssa, where do you want to go first? Do you want to check out some of these collections on OpenSea, or do you want to pull up these Twitter threads and break them down?
We can go through some Twitter threads.
Right now. Let's go through these Twitter threads. Again, I love hearing other people's opinions. I think though the biggest consensus is nobody accepts offers. Yeah. I can see that. Again, I mean, new users. Like, that's the thing. There's going to be some opportunities because some of these people don't know what they're doing. It's new. It's new to everybody. So this is Mando, for anyone who doesn't know. So Reddit NFTs, what you need to know. 3 million wallets, 86,000 plus NFTs, 40,000 sold. The rest were airdrops, minted on Polygon, top avatars selling for 6.9 ETH. Market cap 100 million and 24-hour volume 235,000. That number is way higher now.
Yeah, it is.
But you see some of the big ones here. That number 5, that Midas touch, I know that I have seen pop up.
This one?
A ton of places, yeah.
It's number 2 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time I look at
the update, isn't it?
Yeah, every time I look at it, it's a little different. Though the hands and Midas touch have been up there since yesterday.
Yeah, the hands I feel like has always been number 1. And that was 15.65 ETH, right? And then Midas touch, golden hands, the gummy. I kind of like the gummy one too. So Chris said, if you see the 100 plus on the hands there's only 100 of those ever created. Yeah, that's the other thing. I mean, we talk supply and demand all the time, right? Like, these were collections created with different Reddit artists, and some of them have different quantities than others. And anyone in the NFT community knows that essentially as like traits and, supply, right? Some collections have 10,000, some have 20,000, some have 5,000. Some only have 12 gold, whatever, as a trait, right? So, but there's some cool ones, Alyssa. Like, again, I don't spend a lot of time on Reddit, and when I say a lot of time, I mean like no time. Until today, I've rebooted up my profile. I'm ready to start posting. I'm ready to dive into Reddit.
I noticed that, like, a lot of people on Twitter, NFT Twitter, they actually been talking about like they don't use Reddit at all.
Yeah.
And they like try to go on Reddit, and some of them came back like, I don't know what I'm doing, guys. And others are like, this place is great.
I definitely saw that our boy Franklin got banned from a subreddit yesterday for sharing a collage slideshow of his apes. Apparently they didn't like that. That's a great point and a great place to take this real quick, Alyssa, is there is a divide. There are not a ton of people that are using Reddit and Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
They are using one or the other. You're either posting constantly on Twitter and interacting with people there, or you're posting on Reddit. Whereas before with NFTs, we had all these people who were using Twitter and Discord, right? You couldn't kind of be one or the other. You had to use both. So now the big question is, can people use both Twitter and Reddit, or is it just going to be line in the sand division? What do you think of that, Alyssa? Like, trying to use two of them and be active both places. Like, is there time? Is there a place to do that?
You got to be a superhuman to do that, I think.
Yeah.
You got to be something special. Also, Chris, you're saying you sold number 11 and number 13. Those are yours that you sold?
Oh my goodness.
That's pretty solid.
I like number 11. I like that one.
Yeah, me too. I like number 13.
Go back up to the top 10. Or okay. I don't know how many you can show on screen. Probably 4 or 5.
I can go
I feel like we should pick faves.
Oh, okay.
What do you think?
Sure.
Okay, let's go. So 1 through 5, Alyssa. I mean, obviously we know dollar-wise, so it's a little tougher.
Eh.
Like, I love that gold one, but I feel like that gummy one looks kind of cool. I don't
It's
know.
really cool.
So I feel like mine would be a gummy 1, gold 2. What about you for these 5?
Mine is the hands 1 and then gummy 2.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and let's go 6 through 10.
6 through 10.
I don't even remember the. Oh man, I feel like 10.
The chicken,
Yeah.
cheeky beak.
Yeah. I feel like 10 and 9 for me here. I don't know.
7. I really like that artist. Like,
Yeah.
they did good. The mouth, and then shoot, man, I love cheeky beak. I mean, but
Yeah.
the assembler is also really cool. I don't. These are really neat.
I know.
And
When I first heard about these, I was like, I'm gonna go look at these, and they're gonna be like atrocious, right? Like, but I have been blown away and like pleasantly surprised at how good these are.
Mm-hmm.
Like, these could have been made and could have been minted like during the bull run, right? Like, these could have been a project that would have sold out like so fast, right? They've got color, they've got traits, they've got artists, like, yeah. So
that's the thing. Like, when I first heard about Reddit NFTs, I didn't really care because I thought it was just gonna be crap. And I also don't spend a lot of time on Reddit anyways. And we already said it, we kind of wish we did, but hey, can't change the past.
Yeah, can't go back in time. Too bad. Huh?
I like I don't know, I really do like these.
Yeah. Was that 18 looks kind of different?
It's like nice.
Yeah. Okay, there's Faustling's number 19. Faustling's one of the top collections on OpenSea today. So, yep.
There she be. Look at that. Look at that spike.
Yeah, like look at the chart. Yeah, the charts are all insane on these.
Let's go to the items. I'm gonna price it high to low. Actually, I should go highest last sale.
Yeah.
I do like the fishy.
Yeah.
Faustling. What was that? It was like number what? Shoot.
That was higher up.
It's in the top 10.
Yeah, right there. 8.
Nice.
Go back to while we're on OpenSea, go to OpenSea and just go to like the overall stats. on the homepage. I'm curious if there's still 4 in the top 10.
Spooky
so we got
season.
Spooky. Oh, number 2.
This is trending. Yeah, if I go to top, you said that spooky season still. Number 2.
Yeah, and Faustling's there at 10. Oh, and number 9 too. Yeah, so they got 3 in the top 10, and on trending it was what, 4 or 5?
One.
Oh, only a couple now. 1. Yeah. Ooh, man.
Ooh.
Things have changed.
I'm gonna say though, I like the spooky season ones.
Yeah, for sure. 0.32 floor price. All right, Alyssa, it's what, Tuesday?
Yep.
Next week, Tuesday. Is the floor price higher or lower than 0.32 on spooky season?
Say next Tuesday?
Yep, 1 week.
Okay, let's just talk about this real quick. Halloween's on Monday.
Ooh, spooky and Halloween. All right.
So it could actually be higher. So
I was gonna go lower, but then you said that, and now I'm like, and the reason I was gonna go lower was that I feel like we have this mentality, right, of like FOMO, but also like we just did it, right? Looking at what's trending, what are the top ones.
Yeah.
So people are naturally drawn to spooky right now,
but
there's so many others. And once people see all the others and they see that they have lower prices, lower floors, I think people go that way. I don't know. That's just my thought. But I
mean, look at all these.
Yeah, there's so many. Like
Yeah.
And Chris in the chat now is loving the Halloween play and should have done it. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I would be that. if I was actually a Reddit user, I would be all over the Halloween. It's just so good.
Yeah.
Spooky season. There's so many.
Yeah.
Dang.
All right. I don't think we were done with that Twitter thread. I feel like we should go back to Mando here. So yeah, and I mean there's a ton of links too. We already kind of went to some of those. That was Reddit floor that we were just on. Oh, that is the end.
That's it. Okay.
Okay. All right. Let's pull up that other thread. I can't even remember who it was now. I don't.
This one.
Yeah, Robin.
Come on, load. There we go.
Yeah. Okay. Reddit, the social platform, has quietly onboarded millions of users to Web3 and NFTs. This is how crypto mass adaption feels like. That's what I was saying, right? This is okay. This is 20 pieces here. Let's go through. I don't know if we want to do all of these, but I feel like there was some good points somewhere. You might have to zoom 1x for me here.
Oh yeah, I got you. That good?
Quick facts. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of what Mando said already. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
was
from Mando. Okay, let's skip past that.
Skip.
Intro, best known for forums called the subreddits. Reddit equals culture. I think that's important, right? I mean, it's kind of like Twitter, like you're drawn there, you have followers, you want to keep posting, you want to keep interacting. We're a digital world. And then keep going here. So then this talks about how they're not called NFTs, like anywhere on Reddit, right? They're just digital collectibles, which could be such a good thing, right? If Reddit would have launched Reddit NFTs, would they have been as successful?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. And we'll never know,
yeah.
right? But like I said, there's so many people on Reddit that hate NFTs that, know this bad rap that NFTs get, and they don't want anything to do with it. But call it a digital collectible, and they're all in, right? Like, and again, that's not to like make fun. It's just like, I don't know, like it works, right?
Yeah.
So mass adaption here. Keep going down. I don't remember all these other.
Reddit makes onboarding super easy.
Yeah.
That's like, what you said earlier. Make it easy.
Like so easy, right? To set up. So easy. You don't have to actually have crypto or have a crypto wallet, right? You don't have to be connecting your MetaMask. Like, that's the other thing, too. Any of these people on Reddit, like, let's say you've never bought an NFT before. You have probably seen a story on TV or read an article about someone getting hacked, someone losing their Bored Ape, someone losing, tons of money. You don't want to be doing that, then connecting a wallet and hassling with that, right? So Reddit takes that out. And I think that that's just, same. I can't believe I slept. Like, this was July, Alyssa, when these started, like, going to users and, like, they started doing the sales. We're in October. Like, this took months to, like, really hit full steam, but, like, we should have been on this. Like, this is one of those things where, like, you hear the idea and you're like, oh, yep. And then you're like, oh, okay, when's it happening? Oh, not this month. Never mind then. And then it just happens.
I mean, well, I think of it as like the Reddit users are going through exactly what Twitter, NFT Twitter went through back when like Bored Apes first minted and everyone was starting to mint and things just started blowing up. Maybe just a little bit different, obviously. Yes, a little bit different.
A little bit, but I mean, it's similar. So, all right, and then scroll down here. So this keeps going through the process of setting up and buying. You can keep scrolling here. Again, just ease of use. Card purchase made easy with Stripe, right? So again, you don't have to have crypto. You're using a card, and you're using whatever local currency. So international users can get these too. Here it is, started in July. Lots of people laughed at this. There was some hate too. Look at that. Like, and then Reddit airdropped NFTs to the most active users starting in August.
That's pretty nice of them too to do airdrops. Yeah.
I mean, what a way to reward your community, right? And the people that have been loyal, right? Like that have stuck on your platform, that provide value, right?
Yeah.
Why do people go to Reddit? It's not to read help guides and blog posts from the people running the company, right? It's to read things from their users. They're a user built and based community. Like, yeah.
I'm reading
Just
this.
crazy. Yeah, and so people that lost their wallet passwords and accounts, yeah, that's the other thing is like, I mean, if you, let's say you had a Reddit account that was super active like earlier this year, and then like you were like, I've had enough, and you left, like you might have $1,000 avatar sitting there in your account, right?
Yeah.
Or that you can go claim. Like, I don't know. I'm curious to hear stories about that later, right? Like the people who were like, oh, I went back to Reddit and found this, and so I think we'll get some stories like that. I love these pictures too, like showing the different like collectibles. I keep wanting to say NFTs, but
I know.
I'm trying so hard to use their lingo here.
It's NFTs wearing a Halloween costume called Digital Collectibles.
Yeah. And then people started using these NFTs as profiles. The pay for collection sold out. So Alyssa, like, do you think that's one of the major catalysts here is like they airdropped all these to people. So people were like, oh, okay, cool. I've got my one avatar. And then it was like Reddit sold, you know, however many, I think it was like 40,000 or 60,000. And those sold out like super fast for like $10 to $100 each. And then the resale process started, right? People started flipping them and selling them. Is that when like the light bulb moment happened for these people who got one airdropped and it was like, wait a sec, this is worth some money?
Yeah, maybe. I'd say probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I would.
Yeah.
It's the same exact thing. Like you realize these are worth money. They're making me money. I can keep doing this. And then you start talking to your friends and making posts to your communities. Like, oh my God, guys, I made money.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Everyone on Reddit is talking about these, and then everyone outside of Reddit is talking about these. Like, it's so, I mean, like Alyssa, I saw Twitter Spaces today, right? A ton of these people who normally are talking about NFTs and hear us on the show today, right? Yep. It's like all Reddit. Like that's what you got to talk about because it's like the biggest news item. Like I said, like this is the moment, like Top Shot, like bringing people on. Like Alyssa, think about that. We interview so many founders of projects, right? And 90% of them tell us when I ask that first basic question, right? How did you get into crypto and NFTs? So many of them say Top Shot. NBA Top Shot. What about 2 years from now, Alyssa? If we're still doing this show, if we're interviewing people who just launched collections on Ethereum or whatever blockchain we're on, and I ask them, how did you get into NFTs? Don't you think that there's going to be some people, some new artists, some new founders that say Reddit?
Yep, I think so.
I really do. And I feel like that shows you like how big of a deal this is and like why, like, I don't think this is going to go away. And I think even if it does over time, right? Like, let's say the floors dry up and these aren't worth as much. Chris, please don't listen to this part. If these go down in value, right? There's still value outside of the money in the new people that have come into the space.
So like you said, the Top Shot bringing people in. I forgot what brought. Do we know what brought in the Bored Ape founders?
So they got into crypto, trading crypto before NFTs. They did have some NFTs, but really it was crypto and it was the altcoins and it was the people, you know, calling themselves apes and aping into a coin without doing any research. That kind of led into that.
Right. Okay. Well, it's all the same thing. Like you said, a lot of people got in from Top Shot, or crypto, something, and I can see it, you know, happening again. Like this Reddit boom could possibly make the next Bored Ape Yacht Club, but in the Reddit world.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of the 3 million wallets that's a lot of people.
So
and
many.
People are creative.
Yeah.
Everyone has different ideas. So it's possible. It's really possible.
Yeah. Well, and like, Alyssa, look at even like outside of Ethereum, right? Like in Ethereum, like CryptoPunks, the OG, you got Bored Apes, you got some other big collections. But we've also talked to Solana projects, right? In Solana, they have an OG, they have a ape, right? They have their preferred things.
Yeah.
In the Reddit community, we're going to get that too. Like there's going to be more collections. So like Chris was saying, right? Gen 1, Gen 2. You also have different artists, right? So like we're picking out our favorites. There's also ones that have less avatars available. So like there's going to be a hierarchy of theirs over time as well. So there's so much to unpack here. Like I knew we were going to dedicate a show, but I mean we're already 3/4 of the way through the show, Alyssa, and like it's all Reddit. This is crazy.
I think it's big. I mean, it
big.
Yeah, it deserves an episode.
Oh, we got some key takeaways. Okay, so as if that thread wasn't enough, and again, shout out to this user. This thread has been good. Reddit did the NFT rollout incredibly well. People should be looking into this as a success story. NFTs gained massive exposure. Reddit has 1.5 billion registered users, 500 million active. I mean, again, big numbers there. There's not a lot more to say. All these points are just so important, and like they say here, this is something that should be copied by others. This is something that
like emulate. That's a key word right there. I was thinking, is it possible that like, okay, so the gaming community, they don't like NFTs either.
Ooh.
What if I don't know who, but what if someone out there does their own version of the digital collectible, not NFT, not branded it as an NFT, but like they just make it nice and actually like making gamers want that. It's possible.
I love that. And Alyssa, like my brain is now racing to like all these different places, because to me it's like, okay, Reddit airdropped them to users to use as profiles. Where else do you use like a profile? So like social media, we already talked about Twitter, but like, I mean, like Facebook, TikTok, Snap, all these other platforms, right? They could airdrop avatars to people to get them to stay on their platform, to be more active, right? Like, okay, here's another one, like Wikipedia, right? Wikipedia lives on because people post on it, like, and power it, right?
Yeah.
What if the most active, like, posters on Wikipedia, like approved people who post on there, what if they got free Wikipedia avatars to use? They got NFT airdrops. Like, wouldn't that provide some incentive for more people to post there, to stay there? Like, whoever bought MySpace, right? We joke around about MySpace. Like, what if they try to bring MySpace back? And that's the thing, right? Everyone has a page. You have a username. You used to be able to play music, right? To bring someone to your page. What if you have an avatar? Like, yeah. I love that thought. And then in the gaming world, I think same thing, right? What if, like, you get an avatar? And again, we talk about the freemium model versus the paid model, right? If you give people something for free up front, it sounds silly, but a lot of times they will spend more money later on. Like, instead of buying a $50 game up front, if you make it free, what if they spend more than $50 in the next 12 months?
That's like the whole mobile game thing.
Yeah, mobile games. Yeah,
it's free.
Yeah.
But you end up spending way too much money on it.
Yeah. Or you watch ads to get whatever you need in the game, right? And then they can make money off of ads. Like, yeah. And we got our boy Ryan McNamara in the house. What up, Ryan? Next generation of pre-order our game for exclusive DLC will be NFTs. 1,000%, right?
Yeah.
Like, when the new Call of Duty game comes out, right? If you buy it at GameStop, you get an exclusive like skin or whatever in the game, a weapon, and so on, right? For Target and all these other places you can buy games. Like, make it the NFTs, make it an avatar, make it something you can use and stand out. And like, man, I want, like, Alyssa, I know games are so hesitant, but like, I want these games to get into Web3. And like, I feel like this user is saying on Twitter, like, take the examples that Reddit just laid out, this success story, use it, learn from it. Like, even looking back at like Coinbase, looking back at GameStop, their NFT marketplace, like, what if they would have done something more like this, right? Airdrop free NFT, free avatar, and then you get people to buy and sell, right? Instead of trying to get people to buy and sell up front. Like, I just feel like that freemium model is just,
it's golden.
It is. It's golden, like that boy on the screen, golden. Right? Yeah. Like, look at that Midas. Like, I mean,
I'm thinking of like, so Overwatch 2 just came out, right? And Overwatch is really big on skins. I'm not sure how they could do it, but if they made it super user friendly and made it not seem like a scammy NFT project type deal for skins, it could also be like a thing. Like, oh man, CSGO. A lot of people make money on weapon skins.
Yep.
You could turn that into NFTs somehow.
Yeah.
It's big. It's a big marketplace.
Yeah. I still like the two that stand out to me. Probably three if you throw in Minecraft, but they want nothing to do with NFTs. We talked about that earlier this year. The two that stand out to me are Fortnite and Roblox, that they have not done more to go Web3, right? Like, they're already kind of there, but like not on the NFT side of things. And Chris saying, thoughts on Metaverse? Metaverse with what? The question would be, is that like in reference of like Reddit or just in general overall? If you're new to the show, which I think you are, I don't remember seeing that name before, but thanks for your input today and all these cool thoughts on Reddit. I am a fan of the Metaverse. I think it's definitely going to be useful and has a lot of utility in the future. Are there some areas of it that aren't going to end up working? Yes. I think we've seen that maybe with some of these like Metaverse land sales of it. Facebook trying to, I don't know how else to say it, but like shove it in front of people and force them to, I don't know if that's necessarily the right approach. The general failure of it. Yeah, I mean, and failure, like, it kind of depends on what you're looking at. Like I said, there's been some failures. You also have like countries and cities like setting up shop in the Metaverse. You've got major companies filing trademarks, right, for the Metaverse. Like we talked about this the other day, McDonald's, filing to have a brand in the Metaverse to self, stuff in the Metaverse. Like, the one that's silly to me, right, is like, let's take McDonald's, for example, right, Alyssa? Like, you're in the Metaverse and there's a McDonald's and you go and you order some fake food, right? And like, you pay for it or what? And like, what do you get? Like, your character gets like health points, right? But like, then there's some of these restaurants where it's like, you go to the Metaverse, you order food, and then your bell rings and it's being delivered to your house because it's connected to virtual and real world. Like, I think that could be useful. But
yeah, but I don't have you. Okay, so like the thing with the Metaverse, like, I'm thinking like, let's Decentraland for a sec. Every time I log on, there's no one there.
Yeah.
And I think they really need to make it better before it actually is used. I don't know how to say this. Like,
yeah.
To me, when I log on to Decentraland, if I was a new user especially, I would probably be like, why is there hype around this? I'm leaving.
Maybe we need someone to like integrate Decentraland and Sandbox, right? Like, have them team up and just go all in, right? One world, right? And get all the users to go to one. Like, maybe there's some value in that versus, trying to divide up.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what Bored Ape is gonna do with their world.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Other
I'm
side,
super.
I
Yeah.
mean, is like there's tons of opportunities there, right? Like there's going to be 200,000 plots. And I mean, ton of people, ton of users. Like, what if, what if Reddit does their own metaverse? They do like a land, right? Like, what if
Yeah.
you own an avatar and you get a piece of land? Then, like, I mean, wouldn't you think some people from Reddit would go hang out in the metaverse together?
Maybe if it's done right. Like I'm just if it's gonna be laggy, no one wants to go on that.
Yeah.
If it's too boring, no one's gonna want to go on that. You have to make it like people actually want to go on there and spend their time. And they obviously want people to spend a lot of time if they're gonna put like restaurants in there and crap like that.
Yeah.
So you we're early, like Chris said. It's really early.
Yeah, I mean, Alyssa, for me, like, I love what you said about Decentraland, right? How when you go there, there's no one else there. It's not as fun, right? Like, we work full-time jobs.
Yeah.
We only have so many hours outside of work and sleep to do stuff like this, right? I have a ton of games downloaded on my phone, right? Can I play them all every day? No.
No.
So what ones do I play? The ones that are entertaining to me, they're fun, or I get something out of it, right? Which is why, like, I want the play to earn games. I want stuff like that, right? If I'm going to spend an hour gaming, maybe I want to be able to, earn something for my hour at a time instead of the opposite and spending money, right?
Make it to where you're either earning something or you're just having so much fun that you want to go back.
Or there's like a leaderboard, right? That you're like competing against people, or your friends are playing it, right? Like that's entertaining, right? If your friends are all playing the same game, you're playing together. Same with these social media platforms, right? Like Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Snap. Like, do you have time to post and be on all of them?
No.
I mean, probably not.
I don't.
So you use the ones that provide the most value or are the most entertaining, right? Like, I mean, even Elon Musk, right? Richest guy in the world, doesn't have a ton of time, right? He hates Facebook, hates Instagram. A lot of that has to do with their beliefs on stuff. He uses Twitter. And why does he use Twitter? Because it provides entertainment to him. He loves it. He loves posting on there. He loves people interacting with him. He could be on every platform and have a ton of followers, but he doesn't want to. He chose Twitter over these other platforms. Like, that's where we're at, is like, and that goes back to this whole argument, right? Let's say Reddit's trying to grow their user base. Let's say Reddit's trying to go public next year, right? There's a possibility of that, Alyssa.
Sure.
Their active users could go up now because of digital collectibles. The fact that there's going to be another sale of these, people are going to go flock to Reddit now, be active. I mean, myself included, right? Like, am I more inclined now to go post on Reddit? 100%. Because maybe I get an airdrop in the future. Maybe I get first access to the next sale, right? Like, those are benefits that I want to be a part of. So, I don't know. What do you think of that, Alyssa? Like the Reddit, like, are you more likely now to go post? Do you think there's value to people who missed out on this first time? Like, how does Reddit play this, and how do you play this?
So today I'm over here doing forgot username because I haven't been on for so friggin' long. So I logged on to Reddit for the first time in years. Like high school maybe. It's been years. And I think a lot of people did the same.
Yep.
Especially on Twitter. And I think I think a lot of people are gonna show up on Reddit to try to get into this, because I think people in the background on Twitter maybe are following their influencers, right? And like Twitter was packed, literally packed yesterday, full of Reddit posts. Like, that's all I could see. And I go by like Twitter, like when it comes in NFTs, like the profile pictures and everything. Okay, so I'm thinking a lot of people, the followers, are probably going on Reddit right now thinking this could be like that next huge thing.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, paying attention to like the next drop and trying to buy into this
Yeah.
to make
Okay.
money.
We gotta get to the chat here
Yeah.
because first off, Blind Trader Mike,
Hello.
hey, thank you. Great show. Hey, we appreciate your support. We always love seeing you in the chat here. And then Alyssa, you just said future drops.
Yeah.
And then we got this Christmas drops. Chris,
Yeah.
what is this Christmas drop? Like, can you tell us like what's the short version or where we can find more details? Did you know there was a Christmas drop, Alyssa?
No, like I said, I'm learning right now about Reddit NFTs.
I am too. Like, I started doing some research last night and today, and I haven't had time to go all in, but like, oh man.
Yeah.
There's so much to do here. Again, we spent the whole show, Alyssa,
talking about Reddit. Right?
I don't know when the last time was that we did just one topic other than like an interview, but okay. FIFA and a FIFA season drop. There's soccer ones. Like,
Chris, you better get in there.
Like, what is this?
You better get in there.
Oh my goodness. Like, now oh man, the FIFA season is already leaked. Oh, so it's gonna, I mean, the World Cup is next month. Like, it starts in November. So like, even if it's leaked, like, we all know that that's happening soon.
Yeah.
So, oh my goodness. Spooky season, FIFA season, and winter season. Okay. Last topic here, Alyssa, and like along that lines. Let's say you're an active Reddit user. You bought an avatar to use right now. You personally, would you try to keep the same avatar all the time? Or would you do what looks to be their approach of having maybe a different seasonal avatar and changing it a couple times a year, knowing that you're going to spend some money probably on that? One avatar or a couple different throughout the year? What do you think?
A couple. That's just me. I love changing my stuff for the seasons. I love it. I did it for hold on, be right back.
Oh yeah, for Twitter. I mean, if there's a FIFA one, 1,000%, I would change my profile just for the World Cup. Like
I change my crap just for every season. Okay, so for Reddit, it would be the same exact. It would be the same exact thing.
On Urban Farms Project saying only one. See, that's the thing. Like, I feel like there's people out there. Again, it's your identity. So let's say I become known. Let's say I have like the gold Midas. I become known for that. Do I really want to then put a soccer avatar for like 2 months? So like,
it would really trip up your who's following you.
Yeah. So I don't know.
If I was bigger on socials or Reddit or anything, I would probably keep it as one.
Yeah.
Or like throw it in Photoshop and like kind of do something myself.
Yeah.
That's me.
Definitely. All right. Well, we need to wrap. We are out of time. This was so much fun though, Alyssa. Like, Chris, if you're out there, hit Alyssa or I up. We'd love to hear more. And we got to have someone come on, right, and give us the lowdown on Reddit NFTs.
Yes,
I know there's been some experts on some of these Twitter spaces. We'd love to have one on a Twitter space or live on the show here. Just a couple quick reminders that we have our Future of Crypto event December 7th in New York City. Come here from some of the biggest names in the space, including Yuga Labs co-founder Greg Solano. You can click on that link right now in the chat. You get 20% off on tickets by using that code that is Chris20. I don't know how we got that code. Must have just been random. No, that's my code, guys. I'm giving you 20% off. Like, don't miss out. And then another reminder, tomorrow, Twitter Spaces, 2 p.m. Eastern time on our Benzinga page. If you're not following Benzinga on Twitter, go do it now so you don't miss out. You'll see when we go live. Alyssa will be there, I will be there, and Logan will be there along with some other people from Benzinga. And as I said, we have Luca and we have Joey Moose from Pudgy Penguins. We will be chatting about penguins and also talking about future of crypto. And hey, maybe we'll even talk about Reddit NFTs, right? Like, I'd be curious to hear what Luca thinks about Reddit, right? Like, he's an investor. Like, is he buying in? Is he following this? Or
no,
is
I want his opinion on it.
Yeah. I want everybody's opinion. We got to bring back the guys from last week too, like Post and Spotty, like, and Hunter. Like, I mean, I'm curious, like, what everyone's how is everyone approaching Reddit right now? So, but stay tuned. Twitter Spaces tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern time, and don't go anywhere. You got more great Benzinga YouTube content coming up next. And we will catch everyone Thursday on the roadmap, 2 p.m. Eastern time. And we'll get to all those topics we skipped over today because of Reddit. So we're ready to go. All right. See everyone later.
Bye.